Hey everybody, Alicia here with Terradrift, your travel and adventure guides. And if you've been following us for any length of time, and we hope you have, you know we love the water, especially if it involves a kayak. Maybe you saw our review of the inflatable Intex kayaks. If you didn't, we'll put a link below. Maybe it even convinced you to go out and get your own. But in any case, you probably also know that we live in a tiny house and drive a Prius. So we don't have a lot of space or a roof rack to store or transport conventional kayaks, hence the inflatable, which we love. However, we've had our eyes on another space-saving kayak for quite some time now, and we finally managed to get our hands on one to test and review. The Inlet kayak from Oru. What's the deal with Oru kayaks? So glad you asked. They're super dope. That's what the deal is. Mainly because they're super innovative. Mainly because they fold up like a giant piece of corrugated origami. Yes, you heard that right. If you are not familiar with Oru, they do indeed make kayaks that fold up into a compact box when you're done playing on the water. That means easy storage and easy transportation, and that's a big win for people who live in apartments, have smaller vehicles, live in the city, you name it, but still want to spend some time on the water every now and then. Maybe even travel with some kayaks. But unlike the Intex Challenger inflatable kayak, the Oru Inlet isn't cheap at $899, which makes it more or less on par with many conventional kayaks. So is it worth the price tag? Let's discuss. First, the deets. The Inlet is a recreational kayak designed for just about everyone, meaning you don't have to be a spectacularly experienced kayaker to enjoy it. The Inlet is also Oru's lightest, most portable, and easiest to assemble boat, which is always a plus. Where can you use it? The 10-foot Inlet is designed for use on flat water. So think ponds, lakes, and maybe slow-moving rivers. Nothing with whitewater waves or strong currents though. You're gonna need the Oru Bay or Coast models for that sort of thing. The Inlet though weighs 20 pounds and folds up into its own portable box with handles, so it's super easy to pick up, move around, even carry down the sidewalk or onto a bus. Although it isn't super tiny. It is, however, small enough to stash in your trunk, your closet when you get home, on your balcony or in your garage. Apparently, you can even check it as luggage if you want to fly with it. As for the boat itself, the Inlet has a big open cockpit, about 23 inches wide to be precise. So if you want your dog to tag along, or I don't know, your kid, I guess, there's plenty of space. But Oru says that if you're taller than 6'2" or heavier than 275 pounds, that's with all of your gear, you're gonna need a bigger boat. Did anybody get that reference? What's it made of? 5mm double layered custom extruded polypropylene with a 10-year UV treatment. That means the kayak is puncture and abrasion resistant and made to last, even if you're sliding over rocks or running into docks or pulling them over sandbars. And they're rated to withstand 20,000 fold cycles, which is a lot of fold cycles. I mean, that's gonna take a few years, or a few dozen years, possibly. And fun fact, all of Oru's boats come with a 1-year warranty. So if something does go awry, you can always send it back and they'll repair or replace it if necessary. But let's talk about features. First of all, there's an adjustable footrest and an adjustable backrest, plus a seat pad to keep your tush off the hard plastic. The bulkheads are removable so you can store stuff in the bow and the stern. A tension strap behind the seat back adds strength and stability, so you just ratchet that thing down, that boat's not coming apart. And the quick and easy buckle closure system makes it super simple to set up and fold back down. There are also fairings that help it glide through the water for quick and easy pedaling. No skeg though. You do have to buy the handy backpack style carrying case and paddles separately if you want them, but that's standard for most kayaks. Oh, and did we mention it folds up like origami? Yeah, super cool. But how did it actually perform out on the water, and what did we think of it? First off, it was very stable on the water. It's so wide, it would be very hard to tip. And it was very easy to maneuver, and it cut through the water fairly quickly, certainly at a pace that would be on par with a similarly sized conventional kayak. The bow swung a bit from side to side when paddling, but just a bit. Some of that could be due to the fact that there isn't a skeg, but all things considered, it sliced through the water quite smoothly. It was very easy to paddle. As for the width, when I first sat in the inlet, I was worried the cockpit would be too wide. I mean, I'm a small person, so I was afraid it would make paddling a little difficult, but I didn't find it any more difficult than paddling our inflatables, so that's a plus. You are basically sitting on the bottom of the boat though, so if you have a short torso, you may need a little extra cushion to raise you up a bit. That's partially due to the fact that the seat cushion is quite thin. I mean, it was certainly better than sitting directly on hard plastic, but there's not a lot of comfort or support there. So if you like some cush under your tush, you may want to consider bringing along an additional seat pad when you go for a paddle. The small seat cushion also means that if any water gets in the boat, like at all, you're gonna be sitting in a puddle. Just a heads up. I mean, that's not so different from many conventional kayaks, but just putting it out there. The seat back was definitely comfy and supportive though, which was a pleasant surprise. I appreciated that it was adjustable so we could really dial in the comfort level, especially as Josh and I swapped back and forth who was paddling the Oru. We could just raise it or lower it to suit our needs. The Oru paddle too is also adjustable. You just pull up the lever, slide and twist to get your paddle just how you like it, and you're done. Love it. I might just get the paddle to have the paddle, frankly. As for assembly, when they say quick and easy, they are not joking. Once you've done it a few times, you can just throw it together in about 5 minutes. So basically in less than half the time it takes to get our inflatables pumped and ready to go, or even conventional kayaks unstrapped and unloaded from a roof rack. Too easy, and it's super packable. I mean, our inflatables may be packed down a bit smaller, but not lighter, and they're certainly more unwieldy. And when it comes time to pack it all back up, you don't have to do any weird floor gymnastics to try to get all the air out or get the boat dried out and put away. Like with an inflatable, you just fold it back up, snap a few buckles, and you're done. The inlet is also gonna last longer than the inflatables. We've already had to patch one of ours once, and a paddle is most definitely broken, so what are you gonna do? Bottom line, the ease of use, portability, and ruggedness of the inlet, not to mention the innovation of a foldable kayak, makes this boat more than worth it in our book. It glides beautifully, is just too easy to set up and put back away, and looks darn good doing it. We absolutely would not mind having a pair of these in our gear closet. They would see some use, let me tell you. So if you want to snag one for yourself, we will put a link in the description below. That pretty much sums it up. Do you have any questions about the Oru or the inlet in particular that we didn't answer? Feel free to ask them in the comments below. And if you found this review useful or entertaining in any way, shape, or form, give it a big old thumbs up and go ahead and hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future gear reviews and outdoor adventure videos. You can also follow us on social like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Terradrift on all of them. And go ahead and hop on over to terradrift.com where you'll find all manner of additional sustainable travel and adventure content like surprising destination highlights and gear reviews and roundups and all manner of sustainable outdoorsy goodness. So go grab yourself an Oru Inlet, get out there on the water and wander on. Also, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You're the coolest. I mean it, you are. Really though, you guys are the coolest. You especially. In the hat? You're the bomb. I fully appreciate you. You're the best. Thank you for watching. And also, with the socks, the colorful ones, I see you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Also, I don't know where I'm going with this, but with the hair, you with the hair, and also you down there without the hair. Thanks for watching. Thanks, appreciate it. Okay, I'm done.